I could not keep my hands out of it. I mean, I have never felt anything so smooth and so swishy and smooth. You know, I was really impressed by the way my hair turned out. Hey guys, welcome back. Hello subbies, and I want to welcome all the newbies. That is anybody, perhaps, maybe, checking me out for the first time, or maybe second, or maybe even third. That really doesn't matter around here. I just want everybody, and I mean everybody, to come on in. Everybody have a seat, relax, cross your legs or uncross your legs. Grab a little something to sip on. We're just going to have a little chit chat real quick, okay? And so I was chit chatting with one of you, and you know who you are. We were chit chatting in the comments in one of the other videos that I did, and you brought up an observation that there was this change. You know, there was this change in the air that seems to be this whole movement of natural girls now becoming relaxed. To which I had responded, I didn't really think that it was this new thing or this new movement or anything that was too controversial, because I see it as women, grown women, basically doing what we normally do, which is choosing what is best for us. A lot of women have become natural who were once relaxed, and vice versa. So I see the numbers sort of as the same, but it made me think as far as my road to becoming relaxed, because there are many different reasons why one switches to the other. And whatever the reason is, of course, it is our choice to choose which way we want to go. As I've told you guys, those who are initiated, I am the only one in my family who is relaxed. My mother was relaxed, I think, when she had me, and then she was over it. She didn't want to be bothered with any relaxers, and I think that's because of the chemicals. You know, she's more concerned about the chemicals. And my sister used to be relaxed, but she just became natural as of recent. So with that being said, I am the black sheep of the family, okay? I'm the only one who is relaxed in my family, and that's totally fine. But again, it made me think about when I became relaxed, and I've been relaxed for a very long time. So you want to know how long? Well, I'm glad you asked. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Dolce Dawn, that is. When I was a wee lass, I was natural, okay? I was natural, had little pigtails, little puffy pigtails. I wish I had pictures to show you guys, but I don't. So you're just going to have to imagine me, just smaller and just younger, way younger, with little puffs, okay? So I had the little puffs and the ribbons in my hair and all like that. But I did used to get my hair pressed and curled. And for all those who don't know what a press and curl is, that's basically when you take a hot comb, and for all those who don't know what a hot comb is, it is a comb that you would put on top of the stove or in a kiln, like a little oven. And you will make it get hot, and that metal comb would get hot enough to press your hair. So I would press my hair, not me, because I was a kid. I would go to the salon like every 2 weeks. My mom would send us off, my sister and me. She would send us off to the salon and get our hair done every 2 weeks. So with that being said, I was natural for a very long time, even up until middle school. And then a funny thing happened. I got to middle school, and of course, everybody got their little cuts and, you know, curls and all these different styles. And I still was rocking the Sunday press, you know, just the regular mushroom and the curls and whatever. While their hair, meaning all my school cohorts, their hair would stay intact. I mean, we'd be in gym and doing this and that or whatever. My hair would just puff up at the slightest hint of moisture. I didn't really know the difference, so I didn't know what I was missing because I never had a relaxer. So that didn't bother me per se, but I noticed the difference. I mean, it's hard not to notice. Anyway, so I was in middle school and a girl, she was one of the cool girls in the school, always had the fresh cut, always laid, never had her hair in a ponytail. I mean, never. Because it was always cut and, like I said, it was just always done. She asked me, she said, why don't you have a perm? Now, we called it perm back in the day. Of course, we know the difference now. I mean, people are very particular about these words, relaxer and perm, but I'm just saying perm because that's what she said, and I want to quote her correctly. Anyway, so she said, why don't you have a perm? But it wasn't in a mean way. It was more so like she couldn't understand why I didn't have one because it was like the norm. Everyone has one. Why don't you have one? And I didn't know what to say because what am I going to say to that? Like, I don't know, So I think that may have been my answer. I don't know. I just don't have one. So that made me think, and that planted a seed in my head. So anyway, like I said, I noticed just the ease that everyone had with these relaxers as far as, being able to do things in their hair, staying the same way from sun up to sundown. And meanwhile, I did not look the same from sun up to sundown if it was, it was a humid day or a tough day in gym or whatever. So anyway, I begged my mom for a relaxer. Please, mother, I sure would like a relaxer. It sure would help me so. Could you at least consider it, mother? Oh, mother dear, you look so beautiful today. And by the way, might I have a relaxer in my hair? It would help me so. Oh, mother dear, if you would be so kind as to bestow a relaxer upon my hair, I would be so grateful, oh beautiful woman that you are. Now, I didn't exactly say it in those words, as you can imagine, but the sentiment was the same. I really wanted a relaxer. So after some begging and pleading, she finally relented. And we went to a salon to get the relaxer. I remember the day. I remember the brand. It was a Revlon relaxer. The woman put it on my hair. And when I tell you my hair was hanging and swinging, let me tell you, it was hanging and swinging. It was so swishy, for the lack of a better adjective, that it reminded me of doll hair, and I could not keep my hands out of my hair. I mean, she kept the cut simple. She cut all the dead ends or whatever craziness was going on, and I could not keep my hands out of it. I mean, I have never felt anything so smooth and so swishy and smooth. I was really impressed by the way my hair turned out. And then on top of that, the upkeep was practically nothing. All I had to do was wash my hair, condition it, and style it. That's pretty much all I had to do. Compared to when I was natural, woo! That was an undertaking because not only did I have to shampoo it and condition it, but after conditioning, I would have to detangle. And detangling meant parting my hair in little parts. Okay, so I would part my hair in little parts and detangle each section and then braid that up. And then get to the next section and detangle that and braid that up. I would braid up each of those parts, each of those sections, so that they would not become retangled, if you will. And then after doing that, then I would blow dry. I would blow dry each section. And at that particular time, I had a blow dryer with a comb attachment. And so I would do that part, each part. So now I got a big puff. Now, I don't know how much time has elapsed by this point, but it was quite the process. And then on top of that, me calling myself a kitchen beautician, I really didn't earn my certificate as of yet, but I was still in training. I trained as a young child to try and get that. Even as a wee lass, I was DIY. So the first chance that I got to take care of my own hair, I really got the scope of what it took to take care of it. So the shampoo and conditioner, I got that all down pat, but then I went to press and curl. I wasn't too successful with that. I could never get that press just right. There is a skill to pressing and curling your hair. Besides the heat, it's that back of the comb that really presses out your hair. Anyway, I did not master that, and my hair was never as straight as the salon. I mean, I was a kid and I was doing my own hair. You know, you got to grease it down or put some type of pomade or pressing grease in it so that you're not burning your hair. So there was this whole big thing. And like I said, fast forward to having this relaxer in my hair, I truly could relax, if you know what I mean. So I was enjoying it. I came to school and people were impressed, you know, whatever. But I was more impressed that there was such a difference. I had no idea. This is how other people were living. They were living carefree, not worrying about rain, not worrying about humidity. And it wasn't necessarily me trying to fit in. I really wasn't trying to fit in, but I wanted to see what everybody else was yapping about. You know, what's the big deal about a relaxer? Oh, that's the big deal. Got it. You know what I mean? It was more, I could relax. So anyway, long story short, I had the relaxer, but of course, me being a novice, and so was my mother, we had no idea how to take care of it. So it was really the blind leading the blinder. I don't think I went in for a touch up ever. So I'm wearing the same relaxer. Just picture this. I'm wearing the same relaxer on my hair. I must have had it in for months. Okay. Now you want to talk about new growth? From what I remember, I mean, my whole head was basically new growth. Really. You know, we're talking about inches of new growth. I basically had an afro with straight ends. Now, I'm not trying to exaggerate, but that's basically what it felt like when I was trying to style my hair. And I can only imagine what it looked like to everybody else. But anyway, so I would just try and style it the best I could in, like, you know, a ponytail or whatever. But something needed to be done because my hair was breaking off at this point. So my mother took me to the salon again. I believe it was the same one. And she looked at my hair and she basically, in so many words, said, "This is bad." So what she did was she basically cut off the relaxed ends and pressed my hair straight. And this is the shortest my hair has ever been in my life. She cut it all the way to the mid, well, right past my nape, so like to the mid of my neck. When I first got it relaxed, I believe it was to my shoulders, like a little past my shoulders, like right here, you know? And it was just a straight, blunt cut. Beautiful. You know, like I said, it was like doll hair. It really was. Anyway, months later, you know, by the time I had all this new growth or whatever, and I should have been progressing as far as my length, I had not, because I did not know how to take care of my hair. And she ended up cutting it to the mid of my neck. So right past my nape and right to the mid of my neck, which is the shortest it had ever been. But I must say she did her thing, because my hair looked like it was relaxed when I came out of there. Now, meanwhile, now I am back to natural. I basically was an accidental natural, if you will, because I didn't know how to take care of my hair. So it wasn't like I was trying to transition on purpose, but that's what ended up happening, because that's what happens when you have a whole lot of new growth and don't know. And then she got it cut off the relax. So anyway, now it was natural. Now I'm back to the natural stage. But that didn't last too long, because as I got to high school, I said, I'm not a person who is defeatist. You know what I mean? And I figure I wanted to try it again. I wanted to do it on my own terms. I wanted this ease and convenience of a relaxer. I wanted a relaxer and I was determined to have one. So that's what I did. Me and myself and my little bit of change from working at, I think I worked at Burger King. Or was it Burger King at that point? Anyway, I was working at one of my little jobby jobs, and I took my coinage and I got myself a boxed perm. I believe it was, I want to say it was Gentle Treatment at that time. So I picked up the relaxer, didn't know what I was doing, put it all over my head and just prayed for the best. And it turned out okay. And in the meantime, again, didn't really know what was going on and how to take care of my hair. You know, I knew nothing about trimming. So trimming, that didn't even come into the scope of things as far as my thinking. My thing was to keep it moisturized. And honey, I had a girlfriend and she didn't know nothing. And so together with us knowing nothing, she's telling me, "Oh, you need to put lotion in your hair." Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. The things that we used to do to sort of, keep my hair moisturized and everything like that. I used to use, pink lotion. Y'all remember the pink lotion by Luster? A lot of people still use it. It seems to be a rites of passage for a lot of black girls, okay, to use pink Luster lotion. But in addition to that, like I said, my girlfriend she started using real lotion. I mean, the lotion that you put on your body. She started doing that on her hair, and then that made me put it on my hair because I was like, oh, well, she may be on to something. Anyway, and then on top of that, I over relaxed because as you guys know, I think I made it in one of my confessions videos that I didn't know what was going on. I did not get my certificate yet. So what I did was when I went to re-up on the relaxer, because now I know I got to re-up, but I didn't know, I read the instructions. It said every 4 weeks. So I said, ooh, every 4 weeks. And the 4th week, I got another box and I worked it all the way through my hair. Not just the roots, all the way to the tippy tips. Yes, that's what I did. So I did that. Still had hair on my head, but as you can imagine, it was over relaxed. It was over being relaxed. It was over processed. And then at that particular time, I was using Super. I think I told you guys that too, because I just automatically thought that my hair was just, the coarsest of the coarse, you know what I mean? So I would get the Super relaxers and I ended up with a little patch behind my ear after a while. And I couldn't figure it out until I did figure it out. And I said, this thing is too strong. And that I usually say, this is just how I feel, that I don't think anyone really needs a super duper relaxer. So I'm going to say it again here. And it definitely turned out to be true on my end. So I downgraded to the mild, and then I learned about trimming. I was very scared. I don't know, where did I learn about trimming? I don't remember, but I remember that my hair was starting to thin out a little bit, and I took a pair of scissors. I did buy hair scissors even at that point. I knew that much, not to use regular scissors. But I got some cheapos from Sally Beauty. I remember I was so nervous, and I took my hair, and I was like, Lord, please don't let me mess up my hair, Lord. And I just took the scissors and I just took the very tippy tips off. You know what I mean? I didn't have any type of measurement and this and that. I just went all around and just took the tippy tips off. Even that tippy tip, even that little bit of nervous trimming that I did, I saw the benefits in that. My hair immediately started to flourish. And I'm telling you, trimming works. I'm going to keep saying it. So even with the little trim, my hair started to grow. Then on top of that, I learned about leave-ins. And that's when I was introduced to Infusium. And then on top of that, I learned more about moisturizing conditioners and this and that and so forth and so on. And not blow drying your hair so close, having the nozzle so close to your hair, but having a certain distance. You know what I mean? I like to do it at arm's length, if you will, the crook of my arm, so I can I never have the nozzle up close anymore. So all these things I have learned over the years so that now I am here, okay? And I know I am the master of my own relaxed hair. So that was sort of my journey. That was my journey from natural to relaxed. And my thing is that I have stayed relaxed because of the consistent convenience. It's just so convenient for me. And there are a lot of reasons to go from natural to relaxed, but that seems to be the consensus, that it is a lot more convenient, okay, for a lot of people, and that's why they're switching. But again, I don't really see it as this great migration from natural to relaxed, because I've seen, I would say, a lot of girls go from relaxed to natural, just here on YouTube. Now, I'm not on every piece of social media. I'm only on this right here. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. So I don't know how it is in the other parts, in the other social media world, if you will. But I've noticed that it seems to be almost equal in both. Naturals becoming relaxed, as well as a lot of relaxed girls going to natural because they want to see their natural texture, or they just want to change. You know, some people just want to change, or they exercise a lot and they're tired of dealing with poofy hair, which I can definitely attest to. I can definitely relate to. So again, going from natural to relaxed, relaxed to natural, I don't really see it as controversial. But you guys let me know down below. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you see it as that. Maybe you see it as this big wave from one to the other. I will say that as far as the numbers and representation, naturals, they still outweigh relaxed content. Okay, especially here on YouTube. Again, I'm not on a whole lot of other platforms, but as far as even marketing and things of that sort, naturals, they still got the numbers. Okay, they still got the numbers as far as presence on social media, as far as presence online, as far as a lot of marketing campaigns that you see on television. You know, a lot of things are being moved and geared towards natural hair. And when I say natural, I'm talking about those who are non-relaxed. I'm not getting into the color and this and that because we can really get into the nitty-gritty of what natural is. But I'm not debating any of that over here, okay? So when I say natural, I'm talking about relaxed, meaning chemically straightened hair versus non-chemically straightened hair. So in those two worlds, naturals still outweigh relaxed. They get the higher numbers as far as views, in my opinion, you know, overall. And again, there are a lot more natural hair channels on here. I mean, there are more relaxed girls, you know, coming on. I have seen more of an influx, but the numbers are still in their corner. The numbers are still on their side as far as naturals and those wanting to be natural. So again, that's another reason why I don't really see it as controversial. I just see it as a normal tide of things, the normal ebb and tide of things. But again, I'm not in every street, okay? I'm in these streets, but I'm not in every street. So y'all let me know what the word on the street is as far as natural and relaxed. You know, we are one hair community up in here. That's what we preach, because everything is beautiful up in here. Because we have choices and we can be either one or a mixture of the two. And when I say that, I mean as far as dyeing your hair and this and that, blah, blah, blah. But like I said, I'm not getting into the semantics of what people think are natural and relaxed. I'm talking about chemically straightened hair versus non-chemically straightened hair. Okay, so that's what we're talking about, just those two. And I think both are beautiful. You've heard me say that before. I will say it again, and I will continue to say it. So I really don't see the controversy, but I wanted to come in here, and maybe like I said, maybe I didn't get the memo. But you guys let me know. Do you see it as this controversial change or this big wave from natural to relaxed? You let me know. You just holler at me down below, and I will holler back. Because I'm a holler back girl. You know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? Okay, so you holler at me, I'm gonna holler back. So that's just my 2 cents. But like I said, let me know down below what your 5 cents is. Okay? And with that, we are going to put a button on it. So that wasn't too bad, right? We were in and out, okay? I want to thank you so much for dialing in and showing up. I really do appreciate it. I really do. I really do. And yeah, we'll be back talking about some more stuff. You better get on back over here because we got stuff to chit chat about. So you gotta come back for that. So you already know. It's going to be the same Dolce dial. It's going to be the same Dolce channel. So you come on back.